Here we go. We should be live, I hope. So I hope we're live now on YouTube and Facebook Landia.
Let's see. Got any chat?
Alderman
There's
Farms
chat
Facebook page and
there's people
the
here.
Friends of Alderman Farms group, and on my timeline and on your timeline.
Yeah. Oh,
and
you've been busy.
I've been busy.
You've been
That's
pushing
why
buttons.
I've been pushing buttons. My little fingers have just been pushing,
Yep.
pushing. And I think, let me check something. Go ahead and talk. Tell them what we've been doing here.
What we've been doing? Where do you want me to start?
I don't know. Just start somewhere.
We have gotten rid of some pigs over the weekend.
Boy, have we got rid of some pigs.
We've got rid of some pigs. Our oldest son, Cameron, his friend Craig actually has worked at the restaurant where Corey worked with Corey.
Well, I think he's friends with Corey too now.
Yeah, he's friends with Corey now too. But anyway, we knew Craig originally from Cameron, our oldest son. And anyway, we've been telling him to come get him a pig, come get him a pig. Well, he finally, he texted Corey Friday, I guess, and he came out Saturday morning and got him a bigger pig to put in the freezer. So he came and got that pig, and so we were really, really excited about that.
Yep.
And so that was one, of course, the weekend before. I guess Tommy told you on the live show that a friend from church came and got 7. So that was good. So we're having great success at reducing our pig herd. And might not even call it a herd anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's a herd.
It's still a herd, smaller herd. Anyway, and a man came from Starkville and actually got
yeah, give me just a minute.
2 little piglets.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is the
Go
camera still
ahead.
working?
Camera's still working.
Okay, I have a blank screen now, so I can't see anything. Let me look at the chat. Lots of people here. This just came out. Did you make
I just
this
took
come
it out.
Okay.
Just relax.
Okay, well, you're just confusing me doing all this stuff. Hey, okay, we got a lot of people in here. Good evening, y'all.
Yeah, we're just scatterbrained. We're tired. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Tell you why we're tired. Just a minute. We had a long week and a long weekend and fun.
Yep.
Fun but long.
Yep.
And we didn't get the normal amount of sleep that old geezers like me need.
But and we have somebody here visiting us.
Tomas is here.
Here's Tomas.
And actually, we had fun at the fair too.
Oh yes,
we did have fun at the fair.
We went to a fair one night, Friday night. We went to the fair. Good Game Bees Homestead said, "Save my pigs." I'll be down soon.
You got it. Hey, we need to schedule that, Stephen, because
yep.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I am dwindling down on purpose. So we need to schedule that.
Yep, soon.
Yeah, so hey Danny, hey Wanda, everybody. Beth, I'm just now looking at the chat.
Yep. Grandma Rose.
We're just so scatterbrained. Anyway,
Beth,
I was telling the YouTube, the Facebook
Linda,
folks,
Nancy.
before we launched live on YouTube, we go live for just a minute on Facebook, and so I can share the video to a few places. And last week I was out of sorts, man. I've got so much more respect for Patty doing the live shows that she's done by herself. Because I'm gonna tell you, that's tough. It's so easy to get
and completely. I thought he did a great job.
Well, thank you, but I
couldn't
told Patty
tell he was nervous.
She couldn't tell I was nervous. I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
He's never acted like it was that big of a deal for me to do it by myself, but I think he has a new appreciation.
I have a new appreciation for it because it's tough. I mean,
I
trying to keep up with the chat.
You see, I don't. He never did make reference to it, but that show that I had the troll there, and I read the comment out loud, which I shouldn't have done. It was an accident, but I said, "You see how something like that can happen?"
I can see how something like that can happen. Yeah. So, so YouTube folks, tell me that you can see us, okay? Because it's so weird. The last few weeks, we've had a situation where it won't play on Patty's laptop, and I don't think it's even playing on her.
No, it's not.
Not even playing on the iPad. You know, the chat.
Well, nobody has said anything, so...
Thank you, Linda.
And hey, old Alabama gardener.
Boy, OAG, that comfrey plant looks amazing. We should have took a picture of that.
Yeah,
we'll have to remember to take a picture of it.
It's doing really good.
But as soon as we got that sucker in the ground, it just, it's like you said. Old Alabama gardener told me, he said the comfrey plants want to live. You know, they just seems like they have a desire to live, and it is just absolutely flourishing.
Yeah, it's pretty. It looks nice.
Yeah,
it looks
it
very
really is,
nice.
so-
Yeah, one of them said loud and clear. Everybody said yes.
Okay,
On
good.
Facebook and YouTube. That's what Tim Beverly
Good.
said. So
All right, so
everybody sees us. So good.
now
good.
I'm over here distracted trying to find the doggone video on Facebook
Okay.
again, so I can
Thank
see if
you.
anybody's talking there.
Um,
You know what?
actually,
I'm just
you
gonna
know,
leave
each
this up
week
like this.
I have not baked bread in 2 weeks now, and I'm fixing to pull my starter out and make me some bread because I've actually had it in the refrigerator and cut it, and it's, you know, I have to toast it because, you know, it's not very good anymore. It's 2 weeks old. It's been in the fridge, so I've got to make some new bread. But we actually got some pictures.
Yeah, Patty
of
might not have been
bread.
baking, but somebody's been
Somebody
baking.
else has been baking, and so
Our
it
viewer
was
Nancy
real-
Briggs
It was real exciting to get these pictures in. Oh, I didn't push it hard enough.
didn't push it hard enough. Yep. So
Look how nice that looks.
let me tell you what we got on the left side there. Those are sandwich rolls. That
Those
she
are so
just
good.
loves how they work. You can just slice them and easily make sandwiches. On the far right of the screen is a traditional sourdough loaf. This is all done made with Patty's recipes, and the dark in the middle is monkey bread.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what monkey bread is?
Yes, I do. I wondered how that would work. Let me get
Mama's phone's ringing, so Patty's gonna step away and grab that. But that is little bread dough balls that are rolled, I think she said, in butter and sugar,
And so she used
and then
it.
cinnamon.
So she used the sourdough to do that.
Yep.
And so I've been wondering how that would work. So that
Yeah.
really, I'm going to have to do
Let's
that.
try that. And then she also sent me this. It's a little dark, but that is brownies made with your sourdough bread.
Starter.
Right,
With the
starter,
starter.
yeah.
Oh, I want that recipe, Nancy.
Yeah,
if you're
Nancy,
watching.
if you're watching, we want that recipe because I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
that looks delicious.
That looks so good. I actually, I was just looking around on Facebook, and I was on Beth Mitchell's page, and sorry, my kids call me a Facebook stalker, so I just go and look sometimes, occasionally when I have time. But anyway, there was a cinnamon roll cake. No, you can't do that. You got to get in on, okay? You got to hold still.
Oops.
But anyway, it was a cinnamon roll cake, and so I thought that was awfully cool. So I want to try that, but I would use my regular cinnamon rolls. Huh?
Show them this.
You sure of that?
Hey guys, look at this fidget spinner. It's Corey's.
Corey's fidget spinner. His girlfriend's brother made that for him.
All right, so let me
That's
see
the
if
new
I can,
craze now. Tomas loves fidget spinners.
I
So
just feel so disjointed. I don't know what the why it is. but-
Wanda said that Tommy soup and Fritos were great.
Oh, good.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. I'll tell you later. Hey, Facebook friends, Sarah Jones Johnson and Angel and Tara is on Facebook tonight, and Krista, she's a
Hello.
butler from down under, and Tim Beverly's multitasking on both Facebook and YouTube. Julie Morgan Palmer. Hey, Ross, and so appreciate that. Sorry, I
Lin-
finally kind of got there, but
Linda says that she needs to try. The heck, I done forgot what it was. It asked one of the egg custard pies, and I've got to make me an egg custard pie because do you know they sold so good this year at the market. I didn't bring. I did. I had one extra that I had sent to the restaurant, and that's how I ended up getting the business from the restaurant because Corey brought it. I asked him. I said, "Are you going to eat this if I bring it home?" And he said, "I'll eat it if I bring it to the restaurant." So he brought it to the restaurant, and that's when they all tried it. And so that's 2 different weekends they've ordered egg custards from us. But I haven't got to have egg custards, so
Yeah.
I've been wanting egg custard. So I'm going to need to make my own egg custard recipe and make me a pie. So.
yeah. Oh, there's Nancy. She said I will send you the brownie recipe.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Send it to Tommy's email. And
Yeah,
y'all,
just
I'm
email
gonna
it to
tell
me,
y'all,
Nancy.
I can't remember who the person's name now. I'm so terrible with that. Anyway, she sent me an email about the sourdough. And if ever y'all have a excuse me, a question that you need like an answer to, do not send it to me. Send it to Tommy.
Send it to me.
And he'll send it to me
Well,
or
just
tell
email
me.
it to bread@aldermanfarms.net, and I'll get
So,
it.
I'm just so bad, and like I just thought about, I don't know how many days it's been, because she had a question about the starter, about feeding it, and she needed to know by
It's
the
probably
next day.
dead now.
No, because I happened to check it that next
Oh.
day, so I was able
Well,
to
there's
give her
a
the
message.
instructions.
There's a message on Alderman Farms in Facebook page in the message box that you need to deal with. A potential sourdough customer. It's probably not anymore.
Oh, the one in Liberty?
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot
I don't
about
know.
that.
No, I don't think you
I've
might
kinda
not.
been
You might not have
busy.
knew about this one.
I've kind of been busy though.
You might not have knew about this one.
So anyway,
Yep, everybody. Okay, so April from April Wallace from Wallace Lake Homestead has got some surgery scheduled tomorrow. So
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
definitely want to remember her. Also, while we're talking about prayer requests, please be in prayer for Daniel Smith over at Go for Green Living.
Yes.
Go check out his channel for the latest updates over there. To put it mildly, the boy's in a pickle, and he needs wisdom. He needs some clarity, and I know where he can get it. And the Bible promises that if any man asks for wisdom, God gives it generously. And just pray for wisdom and clarity. I think, and of course, the safest prayer always pray for God to be glorified in the situation.
That's right,
But
that's right.
he's in a pickle. He's in a pinch, and he's feeling the pinch. And it's just I hurt for him. So anyway, and I got another prayer request that I want to mention right quick. But Patty mentioned that we had been. We've been reducing our pig herd significantly. Well, we actually had some help from some bears
Yeah.
in Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Yep.
At AldermanFarms.
Yep.
Some bears actually got, what do we think, 10
Yeah. I think
of our pigs?
10. Yeah.
10 of our pigs, I believe. Now, I'd heard rumors before about bears in Brookhaven, but I had never seen them.
Nope.
But we saw them today. And there they are. 2 big bears. One Papa Bear and one Mama Bear from
Yep.
Big Bear Homestead, Jason
Yep.
and Robin.
They came all 8 hours.
8 hours to pick up some pigs and stayed the night in our Jayco camper right there. Gave me a chance to hook up my Ryobi generator to run for the first time, really. And he brought this cool trailer that was sort of custom, not really custom.
I didn't know you showed my outfit,
It was,
maybe.
that's all right. We live on a farm, honey. Custom modified, actually. Now, this is not the modification. Jason had that modification already when he got the trailer. But if you want to see the final modification that we actually did today, then you have to go look around for the video on our YouTube channel. We did shoot. We didn't even think about shooting video till they were about ready to go. But
Yeah.
and you can see what we did to the trailer to modify it to haul those hogs, and they are still traveling. Listen, and the roads are wet.
Robin's on here.
Oh, hey, Robin.
Robin said something a while ago. Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that,
Yep.
but I had been kind of texting with them throughout the day, just checking on their
And
progress.
they're still alive, huh?
They're still alive.
Tommy's worried about the pigs.
Yeah. Oh, the pigs are still alive? Good. And so the bears too. But anyway, she said they had already gotten stuck in traffic twice for
Oh, no.
for traffic accidents.
no.
And it looked like the rain was going to follow them the whole way, which, I'm sorry about that for
Yeah.
driving purposes, but it's probably good for the pigs,
Yeah,
because
yeah, keeping them cool.
Keeping them cool because it was awfully hot today, and I'm sure it was going to get cooler as they went that way. But pray for safe travels for them, and they got some amazing kids that have been holding down the fort over there in Big Bear country while Big Bear and Robin were over this way, and we had a ball visiting.
We really
And
did.
about 9:30 last night, sitting around the table, we all decided it was bedtime, and about 11:30 we went to bed.
Yeah, well, it's about 11. I think we got in bed about 11:30, but they went to the trailer.
They went to the trailer about 11.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
they said the trailer slept good.
Hey, people are saying hello to you.
I really want y'all to say hi to Corey.
Let's say hey to Corey.
Say hey to Corey. Well, I don't think Corey's
not
watching.
Corey had to.
You'll just have to say hey to Corey when he gets back.
Yep. So.
Tomas got him a haircut today, and he's been fixing. What happened to the front of your hair? It ain't fixed.
It's still fixed a little bit. He got a trim.
Yeah.
But Tomas.
Papa needs a trim bad.
What we're doing on here is telling them what's been going on in our life, but tell them what's going to be going on in your life. And the
I'm going
next.
to kindergarten.
Come up here and talk where they can hear
Talk
you.
louder.
I'm going to go to kindergarten
Kindergarten.
I told him
Yay.
that I was going
And
to
I
keep
got a
him.
big old stain right here on my shirt.
I think it's water. It
Oh,
looks like water.
Well, it won't dry. Oh,
Anyway.
Hey, and I can't afford to mess up Alderman Farms t-shirts
Why?
because I have fewer of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I came off and left all my drawers and socks and a pair of shorts and several Alderman Farms t-shirts in the drawer in the hotel in
I
Orange
wasn't
Beach,
there to help
Alabama.
him. But tell me, did you ever call him? Like
No,
told
I
you
never
to?
called them.
I forgot my pillow there one time. They sent it to me.
There?
So,
Really?
it was there.
Doggone
So,
it. It's because I
anyway.
came home sooner, a day early.
Everybody is saying hello to you, Tomas. They
Hola.
love you.
Hello,
Yeah, you
hola.
need to teach them. You know, some of these people on here are learning Spanish with Papa. So you need to teach them a Spanish word.
I know a good
Are.
barber too, Stephen. I'm sitting right next to one. And
But it's hard for him to get a haircut.
It's hard for me to get a haircut, you know,
Yeah.
because she knows she can tell me no, and I'll just say, okay, dear.
I
I just
want,
said maybe later.
Maybe later.
I
Maybe later.
want some tea.
No, we're not getting up now. We're busy, okay?
Yeah, we're busy.
Okay.
So they mentioned we do have a few more photos to show you. Let's see. So
And Coco is on.
Coco. Oh,
Coco
Coco Noel. I thought you
Noel.
meant
Oh, you thought I meant Corey.
Yeah,
We
'cause
call Corey Coco.
Uncle Coco. We
Uncle
don't call him
Coco.
Corey. We just call him Uncle Coco sometimes.
I call him Coco J.
Yeah. So here's the. Let's see how big that's going to show up. Oh, it's tiny.
Huh?
Patty mentioned
No.
folks came all the way from Starkville, which is about 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and bought two little baby pigs for a birthday present for their son. And we got a worried call from them this morning because the little black one you see there wasn't doing too well. It was real lethargic and all that. Well, I haven't told you this, Patty. So they were like, "What do we do?" And so we gave them some tips of what to do, and thankfully they promptly ignored all of our advice. And what they did was they actually got some dog food and just moistened the dog food. But Taylor was telling me, the gentleman's name is Taylor. He was telling me he kind of figured out what was happening. That
I'm sorry, maybe lose train
the
of thought.
pink pig, the little pink piglet's a little bit older, we think, and more dominant. And it was basically bullying the little black one.
Oh.
And so it was not getting any water or anything like that. So
Okay.
they separated them and, loved on it a little bit, the little black one, and gave it some mushy, wet dog food and a couple other little treats, and it ate it, gobbled it up, and it's doing fine. And
Great. Who would've
and
known that?
Taylor said it's sitting in my lap right now.
Oh, good. So
So-
they wanted them to be pets.
They
so
wanted
that's
them to be
good.
pets,
That
and
is
so
good.
yeah.
Bowl.
So
Where's the bowl?
let's see
Yeah, I'll put 'em in the bowl. You can
what
use
else. Oh, Tomas mentioned to y'all that they went to we got a little. There's a little park here in Brookhaven called the Exchange Club Park, and they've got a handful of little permanent rides there, and they open it up as a fundraiser for the Exchange Club, which is, if anybody's watching, they're gonna scold me for getting this wrong, but just think kind of like the Kiwanis Club or the Lions Club or something like that. In fact, the Exchange Club may be, somebody, Brookhaven folks, maybe on Facebook, help me out. The Exchange Club may be like sort of all of those groups banding together. I'm not sure. But Uncle Corey was a good sport, and that's Jillian. Jilly Bean, as they call her, who is Aunt Rosie's. Y'all remember Aunt Rosie? There they are at the top of the Ferris wheel. And Aunt Rosie's granddaughter?
Yeah,
sort of?
yeah.
Just might as well say her granddaughter.
Yeah.
And here she is all weekend long. She been aggravating me to get a pig for her. She wasn't aggravating. She really wanted to hold a baby pig.
And look, out in front of the trailer, it's all just hot wire out in front of where our house is, and it's just hot wire, just the wire strips. And her and Tomas would cross over, and I would see them out there. They were chasing baby pigs everywhere.
They were trying for all they was worth to chase
They
baby
never
pigs.
did. Y'all never did catch one.
And
did
those
ya?
out there are wild as bucks. The ones
Yeah.
where they were at.
Yeah,
and,
that's the one. The video. That's the ones that the guy Tommy filmed chasing around the yard with the net that fell and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very skittish, but
Very skittish.
They kept them busy for quite a few times.
Yeah, they was good babysitters.
Yeah.
And so this afternoon, right before they got ready to leave, I was able to catch a couple.
Yeah.
And
She was
that
happy.
piglet is not. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just mud on its head, caked up on his head. Of course, then Tomas needed to have a turn holding the baby piglet, and so they were tickled.
Yeah. Hey, Tim Beverly says he mapped it. It would be 13 hours and 44 minutes for him to come get pigs.
Well, if you leave now, that means you be.
I cook breakfast for you.
No, pigs don't need to travel that far. Pigs don't need to. Stephen Good Game Bees and Apiary Homestead, they ain't near that far. So we need to pick us a Saturday, Stephen, really, and make that happen. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling much better about the hog situation now. And so what's up with that? And I think I've mentioned it before. But the deal is that Patty is awfully busy. She's got additional responsibilities right now in this season of our life. And my job has had me out of town for like 9 weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. And several days a week. A couple of those, it's been basically Monday evening through Friday evening. And it's just too much. It's unfair to expect Patty to have to deal with all that. And because I haven't been, I mean, we had a plan to fence in some other areas, to get so that we want our animals to live well. Well, a lot of the hogs that we've gotten rid of have not really been living well, right? Because they've been having to depend on me to provide feed for them. And where they're much better off if they've got area to forage and all. Yeah. And so I feel really good about the ones that left here today going over to Big Bear Homestead because they said they got all kind of nut trees, oaks and stuff.
They're going to fatten up fast.
They'll be, and listen, the funniest thing when you got 7 to 10 pigs or even 3, because I can remember when we just had 3, you can hear them suckers eating acorns from 200 yards away, just crunch, 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 crunch. And so, it's not fair to the animals and it's not fair to Patty to have that number of pigs. So while we're in this season in our life and we don't know, when my job is going to slow down, probably not for the foreseeable future. And I don't have any travel on my upcoming schedule for quite a while. And so we're going to hopefully do a lot of catch up in the next few weeks, so until then, we're trimming down the pork herd for personal use, and so anyway, and feeling really good about the progress there. Patty's got her head deep in the comments; they're just flying by. Hey, we got 100 people watching! Woo-hoo! Everybody must have been out of town last week. So we do appreciate it. We've had our numbers have been down a little bit since we moved our show to 8 o'clock Central Time instead of 5 Central Time, and it's been so much nicer for us to not sort of feel rushed. Coco wants to know what's the bread of the day. Well,
I made French bread yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't very, very pleased with it though, but anyway, it was still, I made French bread.
Hey Vicky Smith and Craig Smith and
hey y'all.
I don't know, Tank, if it's frozen or not. Hey Carly Ann and Say is on. Hey
Say. That's Chelsea's best friend.
Quite frankly, Tank, I just can't keep up right now. My brain is fried because Jason and Robin wouldn't let me go to bed last night. We just kept talking and talking and talking.
We really had a good time.
We really did. We laughed
visiting,
and cut up.
It's funny. It's like, we know each other because of YouTube, and everything.
Yeah.
And everything. But we really had a fun time getting to visit and talk in person. So it was really fun.
It was really cool. And now I understand. I kind of understand some of the code language that I know what it means. I now see I'm a wind talker now. When I see Jason post the chicken has laid the egg, I know how to put those numbers, and I know how to.
You need to stop.
Take numbers and line them up with the letters, and I don't even need a decoder ring. I get it.
You're so crazy.
So, and Jason posted a little while ago that he's got some big news coming, and y'all keep an eye on what Big Bear's going to be talking to you about here, hopefully in the not too distant future, because they do have some news coming. And speaking of news, it's August, y'all, and so that means next month will be September, and then you know what that means? What comes after September?
October.
October comes after September.
Yes, October. Woo-hoo.
And in October,
yes,
we're going to be in Warrenton, Virginia. I believe it's on October the 14th. Isn't that right? At the first annual Homesteaders of America Conference. And there's our picture up there. What in the world our picture is doing right next to Joel Salatin and Lisa Steele of Fresh Eggs Daily, and right above Esther Emery.
Esther.
And I see.
Yes, I've got to hear Esther.
Y'all,
too.
I mean,
y'all. That's what.
Doug and Stacy.
We're talking about, yeah.
And Big Bear. Big Bear's going to be there doing a trapping thing, and there's others.
And that's what I was talking to Robin, and I was talking about if they were going to have a table and stuff like that, and I would kind of like to have a table, a booth and all, but it's like I'm trying to talk to some of the kids. I want to get some of the kids to come to work the booth where I can still go to classes, and Carlian's listening to me. She's going to know I have ulterior motives, but because I want to be able to go to the classes. There's so many. I mean, Tommy named them all. I mean, and that's what, I mean, I want to learn how to tan, so I definitely don't want to miss Big Bear's, and he's going to be talking about predator control and all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, I just really want to be able to go to the classes and learn stuff. And so,
well, Amy said,
I may not get a table.
She asked us if we wanted a booth, and I told her, I said, no, heck no, we don't want a booth.
You did?
Yeah.
I hadn't told her.
Well, this was months ago.
Oh, okay.
No, it was before you talked. Right,
but...
it was before you talked to her. She asked me, and I said, heck no. We don't want to be sitting around at a booth when we can go be listening to all these brilliant people. So what are we going to be doing?
I'm just so excited.
Actually, what we're going to be doing is talking about this. When trauma strikes, surviving the aftermath of a critical incident. You just survived a critical incident. Now what? The key to surviving and thriving in the aftermath of a critical incident is knowing what to expect from your body, your mind, and your emotions, and knowing how to respond. And, I spent almost 20 years in law enforcement. I was a charter member of the State of Louisiana Critical Incident Stress Debriefing Team, where we would help police officers involved in traumatic incidents in the line of duty process what was going on, let them know what to expect, and so forth and so on. And as many of you know, in December the 9th, 2016, our 140-something pound Anatolian Shepherd tried to eat my face. He tried to kill me, and it was the most traumatic thing it was the second most traumatic thing in Patty's life, and the most traumatic thing in my life, and the most traumatic thing in Corey's life, and all of that. And, immediately I drew on my training. I actually drew on my defensive tactics training in the middle of the fight, but in the aftermath, I was so happy to have been armed with the knowledge of what to expect.
Oh, man.
When flashbacks hit me, for example, I was able to, I don't want to say I laughed it off, because I don't want to make light of it, because it affected me, it scared me. But I was able to say to myself, there it is, right on schedule. And knowledge is power, they say, and knowledge is health in this situation, because I knew to expect things like that. I never once found myself saying, what's wrong with me? I never once found myself keeping a secret what was going on in my mind. I did not hide it from my wife that I needed to sleep with a light on for a while. because the darkness scared me.
Yeah, that
you
was
know?
that was odd because we've not slept with the light.
And I
off.
love to sleep in the pitch black, you
I
know,
mean,
but
yeah.
I spent the first almost week, I guess, sleeping in my lounge chair per doctor's orders. He wanted me to keep my head up, and so it didn't get ever completely dark in there, which I wasn't sleeping. You know, the medicine kind of had me messed up, and so I was watching TV, you know, most of the night anyway. And, you know, probably because I didn't want to close my eyes, to tell the truth. So when I finally did go into the bedroom, it was you know, I mean, I don't know if I say I had nightmares, but I wrestled with scary thoughts, you know, and it felt a lot better to turn the light on. And you know what? I just told Patty, because I knew that these things were normal, because here's the thing. Following a traumatic incident, any reaction, including no reaction, which was Corey's case. Corey had no reaction. I kept saying, "You okay? You okay?" "Yes, sir. I'm fine. I'm fine." You know.
Yeah.
And that's normal because some people, under certain circumstances, it doesn't affect them one whit. And that was the case of Corey, who had to shoot that dog off of me, shot through my, you know, yeah. And sorry. Forgot. Anyway, you know, was worried about doing that, and everything worked out fine, and he never had a bit of problem with it. Well, that's perfectly normal because any reaction, including no reaction, is a normal reaction. And when following a traumatic incident, you need to remind yourself
Squeezing me out.
whatever's going on with you in a certain period of time following that event, that you are a normal person having a normal reaction to an abnormal event.
Well, they need to look at the list. There are some abnormal reactions. I mean, there's things.
No, ma'am. Any reaction, including no reaction,
Okay.
is a normal reaction, and you are a normal person having a normal reaction to an abnormal event. They become abnormal after a period of time.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want to do something bad or something.
Yeah, to have those thoughts, though, is normal for those to come.
What is it? How
I don't know. Focaccia?
do you say- No.
Focaccia? We don't know, Pio, because we can't pronounce that.
Yeah, but I think Sherry at 70 Farm makes the bread.
Oh,
that's
maybe
called
she
that.
does, yeah. So,
But I haven't made it yet.
yeah, let me go back and I'm going to get off of this, but I want to go back because Patty, I acted like I corrected Patty, but she's right in what she was saying. Thoughts of self-harm, that's not what we're talking about. Go, if you haven't, there's a link down in the description of this video, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, it says get your free trauma guide. And yeah, you got to sign up for our newsletter to get it, but anybody who's gotten it will let you know they ain't got an email yet. I haven't sent out any emails. We're not going to spam you. But if you sign up for that, you'll be able to download a free PDF guide. It was based on information provided by the Mississippi Law Enforcement Peer Support Alliance for Peer Support, and it's been adapted for civilian use. You know, I just kind of stripped out all the law enforcement specific things. So yeah, any thoughts of self-harm following a traumatic event, then you need to seek professional help immediately. That what the guide talks about is, just for example, I'm not going to belabor this point, but to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I say any reaction, including no reaction, is a normal reaction, is some people, for example, don't feel like eating. You know, when they
I got real fearful with driving. And,
Yeah,
the attack had nothing to do with driving. Yeah, in fact, it set me driving like a madman. You know, going to the getting him help. You know, but I mean, you know,
like
the
Mario
accident,
Andretti. Are you sleepy?
That the
look
accident and everything
sleepy.
was driving, but I did get more fearful with driving. You know,
Yeah.
and everything. So
Especially in town and all that. And
Yeah,
she
in
drove
Jackson.
she drove like a professional NASCAR driver
I was
on the
booking
way
it.
to meet the ambulance. But yeah, it was. But you know what? That was a normal reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want to eat more, you know, and so that's okay. It's a normal reaction. And over a period of time, those reactions that are behaviorally different for you should begin to level out. And if they don't, after a period of time, and you notice I'm not saying how long, because it's different for different people. Could be, for some, it could be a few days, few weeks, few months even. But eventually, if they persist, then
But not months and months or years.
not
you
months and
know.
months or years. That's right.
So, yeah.
Sleep patterns may change, and things like that. So go get that guide if you hadn't, and look at it. And that's what we're going to be talking about in a little bit more detail in Warrenton, Virginia, in October, which is 2 months away.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, Coco said how to pronounce that. I'm not even Focaccia. And Sherry, I don't know if Sherry you just got on here, but I said that I thought maybe you made that kind of bread. Pia said she had some and was asking if I made it, but I told her, I said, I think that you have a video on it that I still haven't tried it yet. So, but I need to do that. I need to play with that to see if that's something I want to do for the market. I had so much fun, y'all, playing with the different breads. Oh, Siri thought I was talking to her.
Boy, you just quoted a whole bunch of stuff to Siri.
And then most of the time don't understand what I'm saying. But anyway, if y'all hadn't checked out Sherry's YouTube, I was inspired by her with just some different breads that she makes and everything, and it just really has made a difference in my sales at the farmers market, and she even does a booth design. So if any of y'all are in the farmers market, even if you don't need bread, just how to do your booth and how to layer it and everything, it really has helped me a lot. I actually bought some material, Sherry, and I'm going to make me some a new tablecloth and everything. So I'm really excited about that. I didn't get it done before the market ended, but I'll have it ready. We may do a fall market this year, so I'm excited about that. We're going to be having a meeting in a couple of weeks, and so we may do a fall market. So I'll be back to bacon, and some of the farmers are going to be planting and everything. We can't do a farmers market without the farmers. So
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm excited about that.
Because you could have a baker's market.
Yeah, have a baker's market. Yeah.
Linda, thank you very much. Linda Ennis said that the post-trauma guide is very, very helpful.
Oh,
and,
great,
she's
great.
PTSD from 22 years being in the ambulance. Well, I'm very thankful for ambulance folks. And
yes.
they took awfully good care of me. And we always had a good relationship when I was in law enforcement, with any of the paramedics or the first responders and doctors and nurses. And anybody that could be standing over a table with a knife, with me on the table with a knife in their hand, we always extended extreme professional courtesy to them. And took good care of them, and I've always been very appreciative of the job that they do. And it's tough stuff, it's a tough job.
And I haven't been on 7D. We're switching back and forth. It's like we're having two different conversations because I'm reading the comments about bread, and I'm getting hungry. But Beth Mitchell says that 7D Farms has a good Italian flatbread. And see, I was on there. It don't seem like it was that long ago, but I guess it has been.
Thanks, Tim, for posting that.
So,
hey, Dale Myrick.
But I want to tell you that people have really enjoyed our bear sighting.
Have they?
Yep, they really enjoyed our bear sighting. So
yeah, well, we did too.
So,
we did too. I'm just glad that that kind of bear doesn't try to eat your face. So
yes, that's right. But y'all, I was.
And I forgot to tell you, I asked you to pray for him for safe travels, but also Big Bear's having some tummy issues, and I don't mean the size of it. I mean, it's something on the inside of it.
Because I didn't want to say anything because they got there, and I ain't been on YouTube much, y'all. I'm just gonna confess, I haven't. But they were smaller. Well, I mean, Big Bear was taller than I thought he was going to be, and Robin was almost my height. I kind of expected him to be short. Tommy did too, but like Robin says, they're always sitting down. But anyway, but I thought they were skinnier, and I didn't want to say anything because, I didn't want to say, gosh, you look bigger on YouTube, But they have lost weight.
They look good. They really do look good. Of course, I did tell them that. When the Big Bear got out, I said, man, you ain't near about as fat in person as I thought is you are on YouTube.
And what did he tell you?
He said, you talking to me about being fat?
Uh-huh.
So he done laid down the gauntlet, and so I'm fixing to. He's right though. I've been traveling, and when I first started traveling in this stretch, I was really being disciplined, and I was eating fruits and nuts and hitting the treadmill morning and evening, and then I started getting tired, with long days working and mental strain and stuff, and I actually lost a few pounds the first week or two, and then I kind of gained a few back and more. So Big Bear's challenged me because he looks good, he's taller. I told him today. I said, man, I've always assumed you were about 4'8".
And he was exaggerating about that. But
yeah.
I figured he was maybe a little, an inch or two shorter than Tommy, but
Yeah.
he's an inch or two taller
He's
than
an inch or
Tommy.
two taller than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like 6'7" or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Tommy stretches to be 5'9".
Yeah, I got to stand on my tiptoes to be 5'10", and so I think I used to be 5'10". I think I've hit that age where I had never been 5'10".
No, baby, sorry.
Oh well.
But you used to say it, though. I don't think you were.
I don't know. If you measure yourself and you just kind of make your hand go up to the wall.
Yeah, back up
And
like
turn
that,
around.
yeah.
So, but both Jason and Robin look great. So
Deep South is, I guess it's Danny says, did you say Dale Myrick, Tommy? Yes, that is who he said. Dale Myrick from Baker, Louisiana. We've known him most of our life, I guess.
yeah.
Do you know
Yeah, of course
him?
Dale's old. Dale's real old.
Yeah, Dale's older. Well, he is older than me, but so are you. So, but y'all are probably the same age.
No
huh?
kidding.
What?
I'm not sure. No, I think Dale's. We might be.
I think y'all are
I
about the
think
same
Dale
age.
might be a year
'Cause-
or two older than me. I
I
think
don't-
he's in Cale Johnson's age group.
Really?
Maybe.
Because, see, Julie, his wife, is just a couple years older than me, and he wasn't it. I don't know.
Hey, Robin. Other Robin. Robin waits too, yay. Yeah, I don't know, Danny. Well, we'll have to talk about that and see if we can
What did
figure
he
out if
say?
this is the same Dale Myrick.
Is he from Louisiana?
Yeah, Danny, is the Dale that you know, Dale Myrick, you know from Louisiana? Because Dale's been in or around Baker for as long as I've known him, and of course they're the only Myricks I know.
Tim Beverly says that he is 5'11" and 3/4 inches. That's what I'm 5'7" and 3/4 inches, or I used to be. So I just say 5'8".
Yeah,
And let's see.
yeah. So I'm
Jatan said she used to be 5'11" and a half, but
really
shrunk over an inch.
wow.
That's what I haven't measured in quite a few years. But I remember my aunt measuring me, and I was 5'7" and 3/4. But I don't know if I've ever been that again. I mean, I was like a senior in high school,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess maybe when you get your peak, you start kind of coming
I
down
like
a little
to-
bit.
I like to think that I'm shrinking because
I
it
don't
makes me
wanna
feel
shrink.
better about expanding in other directions. So, I really do. I got to get serious. Got to start walking. We've been saying we need to walk, and
I know. I kept saying, if I don't start exercising and get in shape, I'm fixing to be 50. I'll never do it. Well, here I am, 50, and I'm not doing it still. So, anyway, what was I going to say?
what I was doing in the hotels, it was neat. I took my iPad and downloaded some
Oh, it's a
Spanish.
different one. Danny says
Oh, it's a different one. Downloaded some Spanish language documentaries, and would watch those Spanish language documentaries while I was walking on a treadmill. Because I'm trying to learn Spanish, and if you didn't know that, and if you're on Facebook and you're trying to learn Spanish, wrong one, this one, and you want to learn Spanish, or you're learning Spanish, or even if you speak Spanish, then look up Learning Spanish Together with Tommy on Facebook and come on in. That screenshot's old. It says 11 members. We have grown by leaps and bounds, just exponentially. I think there's 20 people in there now, or 22 or something like that. And also, we'd love to have you in this other one, in the Friends of Alderman Farms. And we're well north of 200 in our Friends of Alderman Farms Facebook group. And every now and then, you might get a little surprise, or we might do a little live video or something right in there just for our Friends of Alderman Farms group, like a goat in a pickle, if you want to know more about that.
Pia asked me about how my aprons are doing. I made the one, and I haven't made any more. So I've got to get back on that project, too. I've got to do some other projects. I'm going to be doing a few things at Mama's house, and maybe I'll make some videos about what I'm going to be doing over here at Mama's. I'm going to be finishing up a few things. I'll put some shelves in the pantry.
And Coco said that wasn't a gauntlet that Jason threw down at me. It was a girdle. Yeah. Well, I need a girdle. I feel like I need a girdle, and I've got to get in better shape. So.
Okay, let's see. Beth says she sells a lot of that focaccia bread at her market.
That's not how you say it, but I can't remember how.
Oh, okay. And I saw some other things too, but
Focaccia, maybe, I think.
I know, I might have to call it something different because if I can't say the name. So, okay, well, I can't find, there was a couple more comments, but I can't find them. So if I haven't addressed something you've asked or said, please say it again because I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, and do it in all caps. We
Yeah,
forgot.
put it-
We always forget
yeah, I
to
always
say,
forget
put
to
your
remind
questions
y'all.
or
Put it-
comments addressed at us in all
It's a lot
caps.
easier when you're scrolling through to find it.
Yeah,
so we
to
have
find
15
them.
minutes left, so if there is any questions. Oh,
I hope
yeah.
there's some questions.
Yeah, Tommy told y'all he was out of town last week.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
let me say, you know, of course, something happened while I was gone. I shouldn't say that because God has blessed me. Something has not happened every single week, but we have had air conditioning problems. No, we've had plumbing problems.
Yeah.
We've had air conditioning problems.
Yeah.
We've had plumbing problems again that I fixed.
Yeah.
I fixed it. I did good. And then we had this problem.
A doggone tree fell on the fence. Pine tree, you know, they got young pines over here around. That's where our NRCS fencing is. That runs around that about 25 acres, and bent the fence down. Now I still got to get back over there, hopefully one day this week, and repair the fence. It didn't break the fence, but it pushed it down right there in the center of your screen almost. It's like I think it hit on top of that T-post and then bounced off of it because it pushed that post down. Or no, I'm sorry, maybe it wasn't that one. But anyway, the fence is low there, and it stretched the barbed wire. So the barbed wire is low as well. And so I got to get, Corey went over there. Corey was home, and he went and cut the tree off of the fence. And because we was afraid a goat might just climb right up the tree and hop out. And plus it was kind of sticking out in the road a little bit, as you can see there, not much. But yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff don't happen when I'm at home. I mean, it just don't happen when I'm at home. And it's just amazing.
I didn't even bother. I didn't bother. Corey texted me on the way out from work. I did bother. And so I rode over there. I did the video and sent it to Tommy. I could tell the animals weren't going to be able to get out. And so I thought it's something that can wait till he was going to be home the next day. But when Corey came home, he went out there, and him and the little guy he works with, Ashton, sawed it off the fence. So anyway, so we got that. Anyway, but
Okay, Tomas wanted to tell him something.
oh, okay.
That was bad that the tree fell on the fence and I saw y'all's car.
Oh,
His
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
He said it was bad that the tree fell on the fence and he saw our car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I drove the car over there. It didn't almost
Yeah,
hit the
the
car.
tree didn't hit the car.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, everybody's saying there's that, and PSS Focaccia.
Let me see.
Focaccia.
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 Well, potato, tomato.
Focaccia.
Yeah,
Focaccia.
something like that.
I
So
might just
Bandana
say
Grandma
that.
wants to know what you're bringing to the conference in October.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Well, that's what I wanted to get these aprons going good and bring those. And I'd love to make some goat milk soap.
Don't hold your breath.
And I'd like to bring some of my dip mixes
We'll be lucky if
and
we
some
get there.
T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be lucky
see.
if we get there.
We'll see.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see.
we did say we were thinking about we're going to order some more T-shirts, huh?
Mhm.
We got to remember that.
Yeah.
And
So,
some
I have-
updated business cards.
Yeah.
Got to do that.
Yeah, so I've
Yeah.
had a few things rolling around my mind, but I really would like to bring the aprons, the garden aprons, but we'll see. I have to get them not perfected because they're not going to be perfect, but you know, I have to get the pattern down and stuff like that because if I start selling them and take orders and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to be able to turn them out and everything. So, you know, I'm just kind of playing with that now to kind of see. I wasn't totally pleased with. I was half pleased with that one that I did. So that was my first attempt, and that was just what was rolling around in my mind. So I have a few other ideas about, you know, the way to do things and, you know, to kind of make
Tammy-
it work. So.
Tammy C. want to know about your fried okra recipe.
Yes, I've got to do that. In fact, I need to pick the okra. It needs picking right now, so I'll probably try and get that picked tomorrow. What?
David Sharrow. Friends of Alderman Farms equals the home of the pickled goat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if you want to learn about pickled goats, go to Friends of Alderman Farms on Facebook. Sign up.
Yep.
Join us there. Let me see.
All right,
here.
I'm gonna try that bread. I'm gonna try. But did Sherry ever answer me?
I don't know.
I don't see on here. Oh. Well, yeah, Sherry's been saying, yeah.
She might be ignoring you now. She's got a huge channel and all. I'm just kidding.
Well, she must have told him to Google it because Coco said she Googled it and it is
Focaccia. Focaccia. Yeah, but you don't know where Google is. Well, yeah,
Patty's
yeah,
Pockets.
yeah.
I
Google.
like that, Pia, too, but she came up with
I thought that's what she said the first
Patty's
time.
Pockets?
Yeah.
No. What did she say the first time?
Patty's pouches.
Patty's
Patty's pouch.
Pouch.
I don't know.
Yeah, Patty's Pouch. Yeah, yeah. That's what she said, Patty's Pouch. But Patty's Pockets is cute, too.
Not yet, Penny. Penny wants to know if you sell the dip mixes online. We don't sell anything online
Not yet.
Not really, but we're still, you know, Patty's been talking about, and she really does intend to do this, is to work on dehydrating some sourdough starter and actually sell some of Patty's AldermanFarms sourdough starter online.
Yeah, and I really haven't. I haven't done that.
Just hadn't
either.
had a chance.
I haven't.
Just hadn't.
You know,
Our life's been topsy turvy, y'all, and we love every minute of it. And but it's just you can only do so much. And
but I think I may better, maybe get to some of the different things that I want to do.
thanks, Tim, for
so-
Tim Beverly is dropping the hammer. He is not dropping the hammer, but he's doing a great job dropping some links in there tonight.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Well, where did it go? Linda, I think it was Linda asked if it was on Etsy, but we're not.
Sherry, is Sherry saying she
Yeah,
says Italian
she's saying-
flatbread? That's what focaccia bread is.
Yeah,
It's an
and
Italian
yes,
flatbread?
that she has a video on it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
good. That answers that question. So yes, she will be trying it. Pistol packing patty pouches.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, I like that.
Y'all doing good with those little names.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then hop back over on Facebook. We're just about out of time.
Yep. Did we show everything we want to show?
Yeah, I think
on
we
our
showed
pictures?
everything we wanted to
Let's
show.
Make sure.
No, Robin, on Facebook, Robin wanted to know if we ever do markets in Louisiana.
No, I only do the Brookhaven Farmers Market,
Yeah.
and we'd have one on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I honestly didn't bake on the Tuesday one. I'm the manager, too, so I'd go to the market. I would bring vegetables on Tuesday, and occasionally I'd bring a little bit of bread, but it just wasn't some markets, are good for that, and some aren't, and so I just needed more time.
We can't,
and it was just...
maybe in our retirement, we might do multiple farmers markets like that, but probably not. Don't hold your breath. And,
well, I mean, it would just depend.
if we
just
did, it might be
depend on where we're
Kentwood
at.
or something, somewhere not
Kentwood
that.
don't have a market.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it would be too long to go all
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
to
In
go
fact, there's
much
one in
farther.
Tylertown, and it's like 45 minutes to an hour away. And I thought about originally trying that market, and I just decided not to do the traveling thing. Because
Yeah.
I could to go to the Jackson market. It's an hour away,
There's
and that's
one
a
in
very
Clinton
large
that
market.
people
They've
in Clinton have asked us 2 or 3
yeah.
times to come, and it's a great little market,
Yeah.
cute little area, but it just it just ain't worth the gas and the extra time that it would take to do it. So speaking of time, I want to make sure before we run completely out of time to remind everybody that this is why we do what we do. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. You can find that in context in 1 Corinthians 10:31, and we pray you would do that and pray and ask the Lord to show you how you can live your life more to glorify Him in everything that you do. That said,
And that's what we
whatever
do.
you do,
Yeah.
is not just on Sundays or Wednesdays or whatever, but in all your decisions. That means the decisions you make about how you grow your food and things like that. I mean, we trust Him to know how to grow food, And,
That's right. And we give Him the glory for and
and we want to raise our animals based on how He designed those animals to live.
that's right. And we try our best to do that. We're not we
perfect.
haven't arrived.
Oh, good grief,
We haven't
no.
arrived,
I'm
but-
so thankful for mercy and grace.
That's right. And I mean, we really, we have been those people that took their babies away from their gut. And if you do that, that's totally up to you. I'm not saying you're a bad person by any means, but we started out taking the babies away from the mamas and just feeding the mamas and feeding the babies and giving them milk replacer and all that. We do things a little bit differently. We think it's better for them. It don't mean that, we're here or we're elevated, nothing like that. I'm
No,
just saying
just-
that we're trying to do things the most
Right.
natural way, the way God made it.
Yeah, we're
And
not
so-
trying to make anybody fall under conviction.
No,
If you
no,
do so,
no,
that's
no.
not it. We're
No.
we're just sharing with you our personal journey along those lines. And
Yeah, and that's where we're at, and that's what we feel that we should be doing.
Right.
We would love to not be feeding our chickens feed. We
At
would
all.
love to at all. We would love to be rotating them around, and we're moving to that.
Well,
we're trying to do
yeah,
that.
and so one of the things we talked about in the truck today with
Jason
and Robin was they do the black soldier fly thing,
Yeah.
and we got to set up. We've got to do that.
Well, you got some guts.
Sure do. But anyway, look up black soldier flies and using them as chicken feed, and are letting them provide chicken feed and getting rid of waste for you. It's a very, very interesting concept, and we'd love to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're just trying to do things as
Yeah.
the most natural as we can, but we're not there.
And let me-
But that's part of getting the pig herd reduced. That's going to help us to grow our pasture back, where we can do some more rotational grazing and stuff. We've had them, in there. We've had to feed the pigs, So anyway,
Nancy, I'll have to look that up. Said Stephen Curtis Chapman has a song called "Everything You Do." I'll have to check
Yeah.
that out. But let me say this in closing, because we're running up on our time allotment here. Something about our show that we do, every Sunday, is that it's these shows are not being set up like we want them to be.
No.
Because what we envisioned from the get-go on these live shows was we want to be able to teach you stuff that we're learning, to share
Be walking along our
skills
journey with
and
us.
things like that. And so for weeks now, it's mostly us, sharing a few pictures, and we don't mind sharing our lives with you.
No.
And we know that there are a number of you that appreciate that, and you're so kind to tell us thank you for sharing your lives with us. But we just want you to know that, if any of you are out there saying, well, we're not learning anything watching AldermanFarms live anymore, we get that. And it's just because of the season in our lives that we find ourselves in right now that we're not able to think along those terms very well, So, hang in there. We appreciate you hanging in there with us, and we look forward to the day when we can get back to kind of where we started, with a little more instructional stuff, putting up videos during the week, maybe, going live during the week, maybe, and but we appreciate those of you who are so kind to us and sending us encouraging comments and stuff, and keep those cards and letters coming, folks. Keep those interactions coming. I still, I may not be 100% getting to every comment on every video, but that's still our goal. We're not like internet famous or something, and where we got to hire people to answer comments, and I want to try to reply to everybody who's so kind to take the time to not only watch the video but then leave a comment. Well, at least we ought to be able to do is reply, and say thank you for coming. And so we do appreciate y'all very, very much. And that's about the end of our time allotment.
Yep.
We don't want to, go on, step on anybody else's toes that may be, I don't know if anybody else is live after us anywhere, but out there on the World Wide Web. But if they are, we want to be respectful of them and let them have their moment in the sun as well. And frankly, it's bedtime. We're whipped.
Yeah.
We are whipped
You tired?
and ready to.
Hit the
hay.
sitting tired.
No, he ain't tired a bit.
No.
All right. Thank y'all. We appreciate you, and we will see you next week, if not before. We pray the Lord would bless you in Jesus' name.